Well, here you've got two elite level programs, 20 kilometers apart, and two shades of blue. Folks, get ready for the fireworks.
This is a game that college basketball fans have been waiting for.
Nice foul. And one, Daquan Caspar.
Jump shot, it's good! 5 seconds on the clock.
Anytime these two teams meet in the Hawks Nest, it is a tremendous night to be a basketball fan.
Most anticipated game of the entire year. The stands are full and the crowd is going to get louder and louder as the game proceeds. This is the 105th regular season edition of the Humber and Sheridan game. Graduating senior Daquan Caspar can move into 5th place for Humber's all-time scoring list if he scores 13 points tonight. With a win here, there is a guaranteed crossover game on February 29th here at Humber Gym. We are going to have a huge crowd tonight, and we're going to look forward to hearing how electric everyone is. Over to you, Andrew and Adam.
Well, it's the game you've been waiting for. These are the two premier college basketball programs in Ontario, the most historic rivalry in the OCAA, maybe the entire CCAA. Welcome to the Hawks Nest for the 123rd edition of the game, Humber versus Sheridan. I'm Andrew Milani alongside the always accurate Adam Lucier. Adam, both these teams not far off, both geographically and in the standings. Sheridan, if they win tonight, they go 2-0 over the Hawks this season. They have the tiebreaker over the Hawks. If that happens, they pass them in the standings. How big is home court in a game like tonight?
This is as big as it gets. You know, every time the Sheridan Bruins come to the Hawks Nest, they're just 20 kilometers down the road. They're going to pack the gym. And as we take a look at these West Division standings, these two teams kind of up there with the cream of the crop, all of them chasing Redeemer at the moment. This is all you ask for. It's the game. It's tonight. And these are two teams that are only a win apart at the moment. Anyone's contest tonight.
Yeah, and you look at these two teams' stats. Both these teams not far off. Sheridan having a pretty sizable advantage when it comes to free throws, but all the other stats just about even, and should be an entertaining game tonight, and especially with seniors night tonight, 5 players being honored.
That's the thing, stats are good at all, but when it comes to Humber Sheridan, you can kind of throw all the numbers out the window. When these two storied programs meet up, you know it's going to come down to the wire, and we can only hope we get a game like we just seen between the two women's programs. What a thriller that was. This game has a lot to live up to, but it always does just the task.
Two seniors from Humber coming up clutch, Amber Bayshard and Janae Giles at the end of that game. What an exciting end to that one.
Yeah, the seniors were big for the women, and you got to imagine a whole lot of seniors to celebrate on this Humber Hawks side. 5 of them, to be exact. So a lot to celebrate as we move into the game. Going to be a dandy. Can't wait for it.
And you're going to want to bet that Sheridan's going to want to play spoiler in a big night like tonight, but Humber might have a few things to say about that one, so we got to see how things shake out tonight.
Sheridan got the better of the Hawks in that first matchup. You got to believe there's a little bit of a sour taste in the mouth of the Humber Hawks, and they're going to try to respond in a big way right here on their home floor.
We'll turn it over to the PA announcements for seniors night.
points in a season. Thank you, Jalen. Would Cy Samuels please join them on the court? Cy came to Humber after playing with Queen's University. After winning a CCAA bronze medal with Humber last year, the North York native stepped up his game in 2019, recording numerous career highs. His 191 rebounds this season are the second most in program history. Thank you, Cy. Would Michael Martin please join them on the court? Would Michael Martin please join them on the court? He is finishing his second season with Humber, helping the Hawks grab a bronze medal last season at Nationals. He will forever be remembered for hitting the last-second basket against Niagara to force overtime last season, extending Humber's win streak to 17 straight games. Would Khalid Adam please join them on the court? Khalid came to the Hawks after playing professional in Qatari Basketball League. Despite only being around for less than a season, his maturity and leadership made an immediate impact with the team. And now, good evening, fans, and welcome to the Nest for today's 123rd installment of The Game, featuring the visiting Sheridan Bruins and your Humber Hawks. At this time, we ask you please rise if you are able to remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem, performed tonight by Creo Wilkins. And now let's meet the starting lineups first for the Sheridan Bruins. Number 2, Jamal Edwards. Number 8, Stephen Simpson. Number 11, Nick Campbell. Number 12, Mohamed Kassim. And number 15, Keenan DePaul. The head coach of the Bruins is Jim Flack. the starting lineup for your Humber Hawks. The 6'1" guard from Brampton, Ontario, number 6, Jordan Francis. The 5'9" guard from Rexdale, Ontario, number 3, Fauzi Mohammed. The 6'5" forward from North York, Ontario, number 9, Cy Samuels. The 6'1" guard from North York, Ontario, number 7, Daquan Kaskar. And standing at 6'5", the forward from Brampton, Ontario, number 13, Jalen Morgan. The head coach of your Hawks is Samson Downey. This is my Omar Miles, Chad Hugh, and Shane Denny.
So we have the usual starters ever since the second semester: Francis, Mohammed, Samuels, Morgan, and of course Daquan Kaskar. It's the game. Adam, are you ready?
Can't wait. Whole jam-packed crowd is here. Gonna be a good one.
Here's the tip-off. Sheridan wins it with a sloppy one. Stephon Simpson has it. Passed over to Edwards. Edwards got top of the key. Pass it off. It's Danso Tapa with it. Shot is good. Sheridan with the early lead.
That's exactly what you're looking for if you're the Sheridan Bruins. Tapa getting an open look and making no mistake. You want to get in a rhythm early, especially in a big game like this.
Fauzi's got it now. Pass off to Kaskar. Corner 3, no good off the front of the rim. Great hustle there by Jordan Francis to get the rebound. Morgan passes to him. Francis works his way back inside, can't finish.
I like the physicality though there by Francis.
Campbell rushing the other end of the court, pass it back. And Simpson with the three-pointers up. That's good. Sheridan up 6-0 early.
Humber's going to need to shore up that perimeter defense and cupping open looks here for range for the Bruins, and they've been capitalizing.
Hawks looking for a response here. Francis fighting his way to the hoop. That's stripped away. Knocked out of bounds. It's going to stay Humber ball.
Fortunate bounce there off Jamal Edwards, but I like what Jordan Francis has done so far in this game. He's been driving hard to the hoop, not shying away from contact. You know it's going to be a scrappy game when these two teams meet.
He brings a lot of that veteran presence. Morgan mid-range shot, no good. Rebounded by Sheridan. Simpson with it. Carrying the ball off the court. Pass it back to Edwards. Passed around. Campbell's got it now. Back to Edwards. Thought about deep three. He's fouled. Oh, ball's going the other way. That's a travel.
And that's a nice closeout there by Kaskar. Thought about tossing up the three there, but Daquan able to close quickly, and that kind of caused that hesitation trying to move around the defender. And it's given up possession here to the Hawks.
Daquan usually gets that best offensive player on the other team, one of the best defensively for the Hawks, doing his job there. Baz got it. Jalen Morgan back to Francis. Kaskar, corner 3, rattles in. The Hawks are on the board. Simpson with it now, pass it up.
Kaskar's the kind of guy that can come up big in a game like this, plays with his heart on his sleeve.
Stripped away, nice give and go. Fauzi with the finish. Oh boy.
Fauzi knows it's game time. A little around the back, how do you do, and a nice dish.
Worked around, Campbell's got it. Over to Simpson. Back to Campbell, fighting his way through. Pass the corner. Bit too much mustard on that one. Out of bounds, Humber ball.
Campbell with some nice vision there. He was driving baseline, trying to kick it out to the corner. A little too much heat though, as it evades, but nice offensive possessions for either side early on in this contest.
Mid-range J by Jalen, that's good. Humber takes the lead.
Jalen Morgan so dangerous anywhere on the floor.
Great strip by Daquan Cassard. Corner three by Fauzi, no good.
Fauzi, number 3, the three-point king. Most in a season for the Hawks and most in a career. They're gonna lean on him tonight.
Low give and go by Sheridan. Foul under the basket. Danso DePau will take a couple shots.
It'll be interesting to see how conditioning plays a factor in this game. Both these teams off to a torrid start, flying up and down the court.
This game already living up to the billing. We knew it was gonna be a quick back and forth one coming into this game, and not disappointing. Danso DePau's first free throw is up. That's good. Game tied at 7. About 7.5 left to go in the first. Danso DePau's second shot. Good as well. Sheridan retakes the lead. 8-7.
DePau and Simpson both find themselves in a little bit of a shooting rhythm there. Free throws will help. Just giving you those open looks to find your touch.
Fauzi's got the ball top of the key, over to Morgan. Pass it to Cy Samuels, trying to fight for space. Pass it back, almost picked off. Morgan's got it. Feet touching the line, that's good. It's gonna count for 2. It's gonna count for 3, actually. Thought he had a foot on the line.
And that's what Jalen Morgan could do. That was a broken play. That bounce pass was skirting out into dangerous territory. Jalen picks it up and drops a big 3. That's what you want out of your leader.
Good ball movement by Sheridan. Long 3, no good. Out of bounds, gonna be Humber ball.
Nice work by Samuels there under the rim. Make sure Humber keeps possession here.
Keith Laria checking into this one. Jordan Francis will take a break.
Laria, one of 6 Humber Hawks to average at least 10 points a game. Depth is certainly a strength for Samson Downey and his club.
Jalen Morgan fighting through, nice turnaround shot, that's good. That's what we come to expect from Jalen Morgan. He's going for those all-Canadian honors.
Morgan starting to turn things up here. He dropped 40 a few weeks ago. Getting off to a good start here.
Sheridan shot no good, Fauci got the rebound. Nice pass up to Laria, picked off by Simpson.
That was a heavy bounce pass, tough to get a hold on it.
It's Edwards with it, fighting his way through, he's fouled.
At least on that play there with Edwards, you're gonna show him he's not gonna move the ball with ease. You're gonna have bodies of you every which way, and how about that move from Jalen Morgan?
Nice little spin shot, freed up a lot of space from there. Inbound play, rattles out of the rim. Cy Samuels controls that rebound, over to Daquan. Jalen Morgan's got it, back to Daquan Cassard. Fauzi Muhammad, thought about going for 3. Offensive foul against Humber. Campbell, that was knocked down.
Yeah, Daquan's had a good start offensively here, but he's already picked up 2 fouls. You can see the frustration on his face.
That's going to be the end of his game for now. Kevin O'Toole checking into this game. Was a starter a lot of last year, but this year having a little bit of a sophomore slump, playing a little bit off the bench, but though he has been good in spurts. Campbell passed it off. Simpson with it.
Not much time on the shot clock here. There's Jalen.
Yeah, picks it off. Over to O'Toole. He's fouled on his way. And you better believe that if that was a dunk, that would have taken the lid off this place.
Absolutely. When O'Toole finds himself with an open look in transition going down the floor, he's not going to shy away to take it to the air. But the Sheridan Bruin, that was Simpson, was hot on his tail.
Chance to extend the Humber lead to 5 here with a couple free throws.
Foul could be just as good as the bucket, but it all depends on O'Toole hitting these shots.
Yeah, it all depends on those results. First result is good. Gonna get another try here. Second attempt is up. That's good as well. 13-8 for Humber. 5:44 left to go in the first quarter.
Jalen Morgan gonna take a well-deserved break. Alex Petronis into the lineup. Former Dalhousie Tiger, former George Brown Husky, now a member of the Humber Hawks.
Was an addition to this team for the winter semester, did not play at all during that first semester. Edwards fighting his way to the hoop, no foul. Fauzi almost picked that one up, but Simpson getting a give and go play to Campbell. Can't get that one to go. Fighting under the hoop for the ball. Cy Samuels has got it, still fighting for it.
And again for the Hawks, no easy looks for these Bruins. That's a heavy collision there.
Forward pass to Laria. Foul called.
Jim Flack is beside himself after that call. Bit of a bang-bang play there.
Yeah, it looked to me that Danzo DePaul kind of jumped under Laria on that play. Did not have those feet set. Inbound pass to Fauzi, that's blocked. Big one there by Jamal Edwards.
Great athleticism there.
Jamal Edwards finds his way through traffic. Fouled by Petronas.
Appeared to be good D there by the Hawks, Samuels and Petronas.
That was actually going to Cy Samuels.
Yeah, both players there put their hands to the sky, but apparently a little too much contact there as perhaps Samuel got in on the hands.
I'll be honest, did not see the foul there.
Neither did Samuels by the look on his face after that call.
Jamal Edwards at the free throw line. First shot's good. 5:06 left to go in the first quarter. Sheridan still down by 4. It's 13-9 for Humber. Edwards in his 5th and final year of OCAA eligibility. This is his second shot. Keith Laria with the rebound. O2's got it now. Calls for a play. Passes it off to Petronas. Moves to his left. Crowded by 3 guys. Laria now make his way to the hoop. Pass it off to Cy Samuels. Can't find a lane. Laria over to Fauzi. Open three-pointer. No good. That was off the back of the rim. Petronas rather, great offensive rebound. Laria, nice spin move to free himself up. Can't get the finish though. Petronas another offensive rebound, but he can't get the pass away. Jamal Edwards fighting his way through traffic. Fouls again on his way to the hoop.
Edwards playing like a bull in a china shop here. He'll just dart in and take all the contact he can. Doing nice work to find himself for the line.
Foul's gonna be on number 12, Keith Laria.
We saw in that last Humber possession, these Bruins are really closing in numbers on the ball handlers, so perhaps kicking out to those outside perimeter players could pay dividends for the Hawks, as it seems as though the Bruins really want to attack the guy with the ball in his hands.
Yeah, we'll see if that's a move that Samson Downing and the rest of the coaching staff, or an adjustment I should say, that they make later on in this ball game. Jamal Edwards makes that first free throw. Missed the second one last time. Let's see if he gets a better result here. He does not. Misses the second free throw once again. 4:24 to go in the first. Foul on the play. Looks like Jamal Edwards fouled Khalid Ismail.
Nice work by Ismail there. He knew there's going to be contact coming, but continued his momentum. Sheridan has showed a strong ability to get themselves to the charity stripe, so Humber is going to have to do the same.
0-2 to inbound in. Humber surely wants to get points, though, to extend this lead. 0-2 on that screen by Petronas. Ball picked off, though. Taken away by Kasim. Pressure there by Laria. Three-pointer by Simpson's up. No good. Khalid Ismail with the rebound. Working his way up the court. Over to 0-2. Open three-pointer. No good. Rebounded by the Sheridan Bruins. It's Kasim with it again.
And that's a look there from 0-2 that the Hawks should have all game if their ball movement stays as strong as it is. It's just a factor of making sure you're hitting them.
Yeah, that's it. If you get those open shots, you'll eventually drain them. Larry, nice pass. That's Petronas. 15-10 for Humber. 3.5 left to go.
Yeah, Petronas brings to the table that big body. You see
another
him
big play by Petronas. A strip there. Khalid Ismail, nice little move to the hoop. Humber's on top by 7. Jamal Edwards, one play there. Easy basket for Nick Campbell.
This game like a ping pong match at the moment. Back and forth we go, wide open.
Another move by Keith Laria. Ball stripped by Simpson though. Cy Samuels trying to get it back. Knocked out of bounds will be Sheridan basketball.
The Bruins have had their moments, but you got to give the Hawks credit. They've gave nothing easy so far to Sheridan. Nice look. That running floater from Ismail.
Ismail using the glass to his advantage there. Couple substitutions. Parker Brooks now in the game for Sheridan. Whistle blown. Foul's going to be on Sheridan.
7-second violation there. Jim Flack in the explanation. Nice work by Keith Laria, having that full court press there, causing the pressure against Sheridan. He'll get his team a free possession here.
Morgan to inbound, it finds Petronas. Had a great game so far. Pass it off to Jalen Morgan, back to Petronas. It's open for three, but that lane closed. He loses it. Not backcourt, but a pickoff there. Play the hoop, Campbell's got it. A great play there on some great defense by Jalen Morgan.
Campbell bumping off against Morgan there, still getting the layup to go. Nice job to intercept that pass on the other side of the floor.
Laria with it. Off to Petronas, he's in the corner. Fights his way through, lost the handle on the ball, passes it over. Cleet Ismail, three-pointer, no good. They get the offensive rebound back, but Campbell knocks it out of bounds, so we'll stay Humber basketball.
The Hawks have had a little bit of slippery fingers here in the get-go. We see Petronas lose that one down on the baseline, and Ismail kind of let that one get away.
Both these teams playing that high-octane offense. Ball almost picked off there. Petronas has got it. Over to Jalen Morgan, top of the key. Fights his way through traffic, finds the lane, and he's fouled on the way to the hoop. 14 fouls now for Sheridan.
If you give Jalen any type of seam, he's strong enough and fast enough to dive on through it.
Don't forget about his size. He's a big man at 6'5".
You don't really notice that at times just because he's so agile. You'll see him step back threes and running floaters in the lane. He's a guy that can really score from anywhere on the floor and through the free throw line.
First free throw by Jalen Morgan is good. This will be his final home regular season game at the Hawks Nest. He'll end this one off with a bang. And how appropriate is it that's against arch rival Sheridan?
No better way to close out the season. The game is one that both of these programs have circled on the calendar as soon as those schedules come out.
Ball worked around by Sheridan. It's Brooks with it. Pass it off. Subban with it. Plays way through. Guard by Morgan. Push off there on Jalen Morgan. Knocks him down. That'll be a foul.
We talk so much about Morgan and his offensive skill. How about show a little bit on the defense there, drawing the offensive foul. Nicely done, Jalen.
Great two-way player. That's the 5th team foul now for Sheridan, so now both teams in the bonus for the final 2:03 of the first quarter. Look there at that Humber crowd. Always a big turnout for the game.
It's healthy tonight, and give some credit to those Bruins fans. They traveled well, 20 kilometers up the road.
Pick off there. Subban with it. Plays way through, couldn't finish. Teammate Kasim makes the finish there.
Nice work just to keep that in. A lot of people in the building thought that was out.
Petronas fight his way through. It's gonna be a blocking foul.
2 fouls now against Romar Subban, something to keep an eye on.
A couple fouls for him already.
Nice layup there by Kasim.
Sheridan coach Jim Flack not happy with the officiating tonight, although his team was getting the better end of it in the first part of this first quarter. Petronas misses his first free throw.
Yeah, he's putting up a record number of head shakes right now. Jim Flack, none too pleased with the calls out here on the floor, but his team remains very much in it.
They tried the offensive rebound there by Kevin O'Toole, but his foot was on the line. Kasim to check the ball in. Parker Brooks with it now. Back to Kasim. Over to Edwards. Edwards fights his way through traffic. Almost blocked, but he gets the basket.
That's as good as it gets. Going over a couple Hawks there. Nice play made.
Ismail pushes it back to Laria. Laria back to Ismail. Calls for a play. He's all alone. Over to Kevin O'Toole. In for Jalen Morgan. He's double teamed. Nice turn move, but that rattles out.
We've seen that move time and time again from Jalen Morgan. He had the size advantage on Parker Brooks. Did nice work to take advantage of it, but just didn't get the bounce on the shot.
14 seconds left on the shot clock. Edwards has it, guarded by Laria. Pass it around, some good ball movement here by the Bruins. Campbell with it. A couple nifty moves. Trying to fight his way through. He's fouled on him. Called for traveling. It's gonna be Humber basketball.
Campbell's been fairly quiet thus far. If Gotta look out for Campbell. Last year is the OCAA championship MVP, so you know he's gonna ball out in big moments.
Cleat Adam just about ready to check in for fellow senior Jalen Morgan.
Look at that, nice layup through a whole lot of traffic. Sheridan's been finding ways to score against this talented Humber Hawks defense.
Whistle blown, it's gonna be a foul.
That one's gonna be charged to Modou Cisse.
Haven't seen much of Cisse in tonight's game.
And for Khalid Adam, a good opportunity here. You're fresh on the floor. This is the first action you've seen. You've only been out there for a few seconds. And you get 2 free looks at the basket.
Can't convert the first one though. Let's see how he does on shot number 2.
Big man trying to find his scoring touch.
Shot number 2, that's good. No mistake there. Humber up 20-18. Just over 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Campbell's got it now for Sheridan. He's at the top guard by Jordan Francis. Pass to the corner, 3-pointer, no good. Ismail's got the rebound. Shot clock turned off. Under 20 seconds now. Ismail's still holding on to it. Looks like they're gonna wait out this shot clock. Wait out the clock rather for final shot.
Who's gonna have
coming
that?
for the screen. Offensive foul against Khalid Adam.
Khalid Adam hasn't seen a lot of the floor here in the first quarter, but he's sure making a lot of headlines. Draw a foul and dish one out himself.
Yeah, look there, Jim Flack, head coach for Sheridan. His 28th year coaching. Last second shot there by Edwards, no good. And that will do it for the first quarter. Humber leads Sheridan in a tight one. It's 20-18.
What else do you expect, right? You're gonna come into the Hawks Nest. Sheridan bringing their crowd in with them. Humber faithful have packed the place, and sure enough, it's a one-possession game. This one's only gonna get better as we move on.
I think you're right, Adam. The intensity should only get more intense. That's not the best way to put it, but you know what I mean. It's only gonna get more intense as this game goes on. Lots to talk about here. Humber Sheridan, it's such a historic rivalry. A few of these games are actually on YouTube now. The 1991 OCAA Championships. I don't know if you've checked it out yet.
Yeah, that's a good watch on YouTube. You got to go back and check that out on the Hawk Sports Network channel. Man, it brings back, I mean, I wasn't alive, but hey, it brings back some memories.
Neither was I. I was negative 2 years old, so.
Also, got to say, the commercials are pretty good on there, too. Flashback to 1991.
Just the best. It's worth checking out almost for the commercials alone. Mike Cade's actually the head coach of that team, responsible for the first 5 national championships for this program, is actually in attendance tonight. Also another worthwhile video on YouTube, The Team, the documentary that followed the 2001 Humber Hawks when they hosted the Nationals en route to that national championships.
Yeah, when we say the 2 top programs in CCAA history, I mean, we mean it. These 2 clubs have 14 provincial championships between the 2. Competitive as ever every season, in and out. And 123 times they've met, and it just really never gets old.
It does not. These 2 definitely the top 2 basketball programs in Ontario for college. Since 1982, 1983, all but 1 year has had these 2 teams, one of these 2 teams at least get the silver medal. And in that span, they've met 10 times in the finals.
It's ridiculous. You just got to look at the last CCAA medalists. Sheridan took silver, Humber took bronze. That's 2 out of the 3 medals nationally. Are these 2 programs that are in a tiny little area of our big old city, just 20 kilometers apart. The amount of talent that oozes out of Toronto and the surrounding GTA is never more evident than when Sheridan and Humber go toe-to-toe.
It is not, and we are just about ready to pick things up in the second quarter. Petronis, Ismail, Francis, Adam, and Muhammad all on the court for Humber.
Who else but Jalen Morgan leading the way for the Hawks here with 8 points so far in the first.
Everyone else still with 3 or less points. Obviously that's going to change as this game goes on, but yeah, Jalen Morgan just spectacular there in that first quarter. 3 of 5 from the field, 2 of 2 from the free throw line, and a steal. So can't go wrong with that.
Both of these clubs shooting about 40% from the field. Not overly efficient, but they're definitely getting their shots to drop. You'd expect those numbers to raise as this game is likely to open up a little bit as we move on.
Watch out for Humber if those three-pointers begin to fall. They're only 1 for 6 in that first quarter. If someone gets hot, watch out tonight. And here we go. Fauzi inbounds it to Petronas, over to Ismail. Wait for an option. Trying to find space for himself. Nice screen set by Adam. Ismail got to the hoop, couldn't finish though.
Nice work by Ismail though, just to put his head down and battle for that positioning.
Long pass to Simpson, pass it over to Campbell. Frees himself up for the mid-range J, and that's good. Ties things up at 20.
Campbell's such an efficient scorer. He's gonna manufacture offense for himself.
Jordan Francis has it now. That's stripped away. Jamal Edwards with it, going through, can't finish, that just ripped out. Great job by Petronas to fight for that. Cleat Ismail, that's good. Humber retakes the 2-point lead.
Both of these teams just have so much speed on their side. It's really interesting to see how the transition game works out. As really, it's been a foot race up and down the court.
Sheridan ball now, nice pickoff by Fauzi Muhammad. Working his way up the court. Getting around some Sheridan players, over to Jordan Francis. Adam hands it back to Francis. Over to Fauzi. Three-pointers up. No good, I was off the backboard.
Fauzi still looking to find his mark in this one. 0 for 3, three-point range.
Highly unusual for him. Sheridan's got that's Campbell with it. Triple team there. Couldn't get the pickoff though. And Campbell gets the finish.
Sheridan ties this one up, 22 all. They've been finding nice lanes inside that perimeter.
Fauzi, no look pass to Ismail in the corner. Three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Campbell.
And again, those are the exact looks that Humber's looking for. They just haven't been dropping for him.
Campbell thought about the deep three, but fights his way through, and a big block. Khalid Adam.
That's what the big man does for you, Adam. Drifting in towards the hoops, swatting away that layup attempt.
A few substitutions here for the Hawks. Lambert Kador checks into this one, as does Cy Samuels. Inbound play here, Simpson's got it. Picked up by Jalen Morgan. Francis on the fast break, over to Lambert Kador. No mistake on that one. Humber back on top by 2, it's 24-22.
Smart play by Lambert Kador there, kind of leaped in with that right shoulder to really separate himself and move his body in between the defender and the basketball.
Foul called on the floor, so the basket won't count. Look at that. Nice finish there by Lambert Couture. Started from a pickoff play by Jalen Morgan, leading to a fast break.
Lambert Couture was so good last time out against St. Clair. It was a big part of that key win coming off that Lambton loss.
Shot by Kasim is good. Back tied at 24. Fauzi finds his way to the hoop, tries to draw the foul, no call. Out of bounds, it's gonna be Hawks ball.
Great work by Fauzi there. Was surrounded by 2 guys.
Gonna get timeout called by Samson Downey for the Humber Hawks. Back and forth, the fair continues. Neither team has really been able to find that separation here in the second quarter so far.
Yeah, I like this timeout here by Samson Downey. It's a little bit of a cooler moment in the game. Both teams have really had their runs and had their exciting moments. But time now to settle things down. You've kind of seen it's like a heavyweight boxing fight, right? You kind of see when the guys in round 1 try to make those adjustments. These are 2 heavyweights going toe-to-toe. And now we're trying to dissect some weaknesses here. And these are 2 of the finest coaches in the OCAA and trying to figure this out.
Absolutely. It's a little bit of concern for me though about Jalen Morgan. He's really been the only player from Humber to get really multiple baskets. Is that a concern for you as well?
Yeah, it's one of those moments, right, where, hey, it's great you have a player of the All-Canada talent of Jalen Morgan, but then again, like you said, you're going to need a whole lot more than number 13 to rise to the occasion against these Sheridan Bruins. But when you have the likes of Fauzi and some big shooters on this club, all it takes is 1 or 2 of those guys getting hot, finding their stroke. This is a game of runs, and Humber's looking for their first big one of the game.
There's certainly a lot of ball left to be played. We're just getting started here, aren't we?
can't wait. It's been a great first half, neck and neck. The fans are enjoying this one, standing room only.
7:37 left to go in the second quarter in the first half. All tied up at 24. Numbers to inbound it. Size got it, he's gonna pass it off. Over to Jordan Francis. Back to Cy Samuels at the post. Trying to fight his way through. Back out to Fauzi, three-pointer. Can't get that shot to fall tonight.
Seems though Fauzi's getting closer and closer though. That one just lipping out.
Nick Campbell tried to get the basket, couldn't get the finish. Fight for the offensive rebound was King, couldn't get the finish either. But they get it there. Sheridan takes the lead back. They're up 26-24.
Absolute chaos under the hoop. The game as close as this, it's the one-on-one battles that are going to be huge, and Sheridan got the better of that one.
Nice job by Jalen Morgan to fight his way through. Foul called though. This is the first time that Sheridan's leading in the game since early on when it was 6-0. Really done a good job getting into this ball game as Humber really put together a nice run there in the first quarter, but Sheridan not dying at all. Or never say die, that's that too they have.
Yeah, they got off to a quick start going ahead 6-0, but Humber returned in a big way.
The player that's been leading the way for Humber at the free throw line right now. Chance to put his point total in double digits.
Jalen
Turner's
Morgan.
course right on cue. This is the first one. You were going to say, Adam? Sorry.
Jalen's done for this ball club just about everything you could ask for. You got to think in his mind, this is the biggest game of the season. It's the game. It's the final time you'll see this floor in the regular season here at the Hawks Nest. He's going to want to be dynamite.
Make it count. Sheridan three-pointer, no good. Lambert Fedor secures the rebound. Moves his way up the court, waiting for his team to set up. Nice pass, some great moves there. Fauzi's open for three in the corner. Again, can't get to finish. Laria got the offensive rebound, but couldn't put it back.
And once again, these Hawks are doing everything right. They're just not finding the bottom of the basket. Great ball movement, great vision. Just can't get it to go.
Great defense here by the Hawks. Simpson's trying to fight his way through. Whistle blown for the foul on Cy Samuels, and once again, he can't believe it.
It's been a tough night for Cy Samuel. He's really hard to miss if you're a referee. He's a big body clogging up that lane, but appears as though these fouls, he's had his hands straight up in the air. Not much more you could ask from him.
Second foul of this ball game. Simpson at the free throw line.
Cy's not a guy you want in foul trouble. So valuable to this team.
Yeah, really a great rebounder and a great playmaker as well. This ball club, definitely want to keep him in, but he's going to take a break for now.
Yeah, Cy's the only guy on either side of the floor that's averaging double-digit rebounds a game. So important on the offensive and defensive glass for the Hawks.
Sheridan lead now at 4. They're up 29-25. Kevin O2 over to Fauzi. Let's see if this three-pointer goes. And he finally sinks one.
Look out now. Fauzi has had plenty of looks. He's found his range. Time for him to get going.
Another foul call against the Hawks. Who's this going to be against?
Lambert Couture is the one picking that up, and he'll check right back out. So that's a quick little breather there for Cy Samuels.
Already Lambert Couture's the third foul. We get another look at that Fauzi in corner three. He's got to be feeling pretty good after that one. Hopefully that gets him back in his usual mode.
Yeah,
draining threes.
Got to be a little bit of a sigh of relief there for Fauzi. They're going to need his shot from range if they want to open up this lead.
Laria securing the rebound. O2 with it. Three-pointer. That's good. Humber retakes the lead. They're up 31-29.
And all of a sudden, Humber's been a lot more efficient these last few possessions.
And a pick off there. Keith Laria. And he's fouled there on the fast break attempt.
And now we see the pendulum start to shift. Momentum going the way of the Hawks. Now time for them to capitalize. They found themselves back ahead.
We all know basketball is really a game of runs, almost like no other, at least like for the most where those runs count. And like you said, Humber's got to make it capitalize here. Just get to work, get those baskets. Good ball movement here by the Hawks. Inside pass there. Samuels got the post. Looking for an option. Fauzi with the shot clock running low. Ball's knocked away. It's going to be Sheridan ball though.
It's been really unselfish play here by the Hawks. They always seem to have their heads up, looking for pass first. But eventually in this contest, you're going to have to start to spot up and take some shots. They've been letting the shot clock get awful low on some of these possessions.
One possession game here. Campbell's got in the post, guarded by Fauzi. Can't take advantage of the mismatch. O2 gets the rebound. Over to Jalen Morgan, over to Fauzi. He's wide open for three. That one rolls out. O2 with the rebound. Fauzi thought about having another go. He was guarded. Fights his way in the hoop. Hook shot, no good. Sai gets that rebound over to O2. No good again. O2 finally finishes it. Numbers up by 4.
Third time is the charm. The Hawks have been really taking some high efficiency shots, but just not getting the bounces, not having the rim luck down on that side of the floor, but finally O2 able to put it away.
Yeah, perhaps just forcing it up a little bit there, letting the nerves get the best of you. Just got to put it up and have that soft touch, you know? But what do I know? I'm sitting here on the sideline. Inbound play here for Sheridan. Simpson's got it. Nice little move to free himself up a bit. Over to Campbell. Three-pointer, that's good. Sheridan down by 1, it's 33-32. 4:30 left to go in the half.
Nick Campbell is beginning to become a problem for the Hawks.
And Laria sinks a 3. It's 3 for 3 here at the Hawks nest.
And it's that type of game when a guy comes down and nails a big 3, you gotta have a response of your own.
Campbell gets a basket of his own there. 2-pointer, not 3. We'll be happy with that. Kevin O2 playing his way through. It's gonna be an offensive foul against Kevin O2. It's gonna be his first foul of the night.
Hard to blame him. It's been a back and forth game. Quick scores either way, and Kevin O2 says, hey, I want to get it on the fun. Just blows through the defender with a little too much speed.
Sheridan inbound. Bring it up the court. That's Danso DePaul with it. Over to Simpson. Guarded by Laria. Persuaded to the right. That's Jamal Edwards with it. Into the post for Danso DePaul. Puts it up. That's good. All tied up at 36 with just under 4 minutes left to go in the half.
DePaul has been so good from that area of the floor. Something to keep an eye on.
Fauzi working his way through. Frees himself up. Shot good. Three-pointer. No good.
And that's what I'm talking about. That rim luck for Fauzi. He's hitting his mark every time, but it's rattling out of the rim.
Doesn't seem like it's just Fauzi tonight. It's been pretty infectious here, unfortunately, for the Hawks. Sheridan's got the ball. Shot clock at 10. Corner 3 is up. That's good. Timeout taken here by Humber head coach Samson Downey. A good one as Humber's down by 3 now. It's 39-36 for the Sheridan Bruins.
And there's DePaul with that mid-range jumper. We've seen Sheridan attack a lot from the outside, just hitting that last three-pointer that caused this timeout for Samson Downey. But Sheridan is starting to spread out this Humber Hawks defense a little bit here. Early on in this game, they really pressured down low on the baseline. Offense has moved out a little bit towards the perimeter. And they're hitting their shots, and that's really been the difference. Humber may have had more looks, may have had better looks, but for whatever reason, these shots just aren't dropping.
Yeah, that's been a big reason why Sheridan's really taken hold of the second quarter, taking that lead back after they had that strong start in the first quarter, but after that, we mentioned it was really all Humber. And now Sheridan's storming back, and they have their momentum all back on their side. What adjustments do you think Humber's got to make?
Yeah, this is, I mean, really it's tough to make adjustments when you're just not hitting those shots. I mean, they've been having looks every single possession. The ball's being put into the air. And we've seen the second, third, fourth opportunities that they have to take advantage of. They've been fairly strong on the offensive glass, can certainly improve in that area. But for the Hawks, it's just continuing to play their game.
Not a lot of wiggle room for the Hawks, though, already with 5 team fouls. So Sheridan's in the bonus. Gotta be careful with those hands. Be careful setting those screens.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a Humber Sheridan game without a whole lot of fouls, so not exactly something that's going to shock us as you see the fouls ramp up, but certainly something to keep an eye on. There are some valuable players that can ill afford to foul out.
Kevin O2 carries the ball up the court. Pass it to Jalen Morgan. Pass to the open side Samuels. Kiss the glass for the hoop. Worked up by Sheridan now. They're still up by 1. Great strip there by Fauzi. He's going to run to the basket, and he gets the finish. Humber takes a 1-point lead. Fauzi now with 7 points on the game.
So quick with his hands. As soon as you turn it back to him, you take your eyes off Fauzi for a second. He's going to reach in and pop that out.
Campbell fights his way through a big block. Keith Laria. keeping this at a 1-point lead for the Hawks. We get another look at that Fauzi run to the hoop, just barely beating Nick Campbell there.
And what we've seen from Keith Laria, he might have some of the best bounce in the OCAA. We've seen him hammer home some dunks, take it to the air there for a big block.
And a pick off by Kevin O'Toole. Over to Jalen Morgan. Nice move there to free himself up for the basket. 13 on the night for or 11 on the night for number 13 rather.
Jalen Morgan giving out free trips with the Euro step, taking them across the pond.
Deep three, Jamal Edwards, that's good, tying things up at 42.
That's what I'm talking about, spreading out that defense. He was well behind the three-point line there, but if you give these Bruins any little bit of space, they're gonna try to capitalize.
Just over 2 minutes left to go. Larry, step back three, that's good! Once again, going 3 for 3. Number takes back the three-point lead.
Samson Downey has an embarrassment of riches on this team, and Keith Laria is a big part of it coming off the bench.
Some great depth to have off that bench, and a nice little luxury for Samson Downey. That was going to be on Keith Laria there. Nice look at that Kevin O'Toole pass to Morgan with the Euro step leading to the basket.
So smooth, so fluid, and we mentioned his size earlier. Definitely doesn't move like a guy of his stature.
Jamal Edwards at the free throw line. Makes his first. But we've seen this before. He made that first, he's missed the second both times. Let's see if he's able to get a better result here.
Nonetheless, he's done a good job just to find his way to the foul line.
Puts this to a 1-point game now. Humber up 45-44, just under 2 minutes left to go in the half. Kevin O'Toole working his way through, and he makes it look easy, slicing through the Sheridan defense like butter.
Kevin O'Toole making his presence felt. That's a big bucket here for the Hawks.
Move there. Offensive foul. Great job there by Jalen Morgan to take the charge.
Jalen Morgan not moving a muscle. Has his man bearing in on him as we take a last look at that pretty looking layup from the right hand of Kevin O'Toole.
Kevin O'Toole found a lot of open space there just underneath the hoop, and man, did he take advantage. That's what we come to expect from Kevin O'Toole. Look there at the Humber bench. O'Toole inbounds it to Laria. 1:40 left to go in the half. O'Toole's got it. Morgan's got it. Spin move, another spin move, mid-range J, no good.
That's the third time Jalen has utilized that move, and it's been money each time.
Simpson puts that shot off the side of the backboard. O'Toole's got it now, he's got men with him. Cy Samuels, that's good. Jim Flack not happy, banging his head, telling his team to think. Campbell's floater, no good. O'Toole fighting for it. Can't come up with it. That's Cisse with it. Morgan's got it though.
Scrappy play here by the Hawks. This one opening up.
Three-pointer by Morgan, no good. He is fouled on the play though, and that's a big no-no if you're on the defensive end there. You do not foul that man when he's winding up for that three-point shot.
3 opportunities upcoming from Jalen. 80% shooter from the line.
Already 11 points for Morgan in this one, and a 5-point lead for the Hawks. They lead 49-44.
With a minute to go in a half. Gonna see some fresh legs here. Patronis and Ismail back in.
Chance to extend this Humber lead even more. Let's see how Morgan does. First shot, no good. Morgan has not been perfect tonight from that free throw line. Missed a couple key ones. Second attempt right here. Puts it up. No good once again.
Tough play here for Jalen Morgan. You see him go up and take a tug on that net, just trying to gauge the distance.
I think he's just trying to change things up. Why not? There we go. Makes the third shot.
Just got to clear that mind when you're as talented as Jalen Morgan.
50-44 Humber leads. Just under a minute left to go in the first half. Campbell with it. Works his way through. Big block there, Jalen Morgan. Pass it off to Patronis. Fast break opportunity here, but pick off there by Jamal Edwards. Whistle blown on play.
We got Jalen down on the court in the corner. Heavy contact. That was Simpson and Jalen colliding.
Coach Sampson Downey's there with him.
After that collision there, saw Simpson hold his chin, maybe a head-on-head collision. Head coach of the Bruins, Jim Flack, is furious that they stopped that play. The Bruins did have possession. Understandable with Jalen Morgan on the hardwood.
Jalen's gonna take a break for now. Ghazi Muhammad back on the floor. Under 40 seconds left to go. Sheridan ball. Ball at the top of the key. Ghazi playing defense. Spin move, mid-range fade, no good.
Great D by Fauzi. He's undersized, gonna get a chance to score.
Ismail frees himself up, and he gets the basket. Shot clock turned off. Humber at 52-44.
And that's all Fauzi. Great defensive play on the other side of the floor. Able to force his man to put up a difficult shot and collect that basketball, churn down the other way, and dish out a nice assist.
Sheridan going for last shot. Jamal Edwards pass it off. Can't get it. 2 seconds left. Simpson's got to put it up. He does. And he gets it to go.
Well, nothing you can do about that one. Sampson Downey just turns away and claps the hands. Doesn't matter what you do defensively, a shot like that is going to score.
Humber will lead 52-46 going into halftime. Look at that. Nice move there. Fauzi dishing it off to Khalid Ismail. Dribble there to free himself up to the basket. And all things considered, a pretty good ball game, and Humber in pretty good position going into the second half.
Yeah, no kidding. Just what we expected going into half. It's going to be a tight one. It's going to come down to the wire. You can throw out all the stat sheets. You can throw out the standings. It's the game, and it's been living up to the billing thus far.
An appropriate name for this one, just called the game, and why not? Biggest game in OCAA basketball right here. And it is halftime right now as we get a look at that Humber Gymnasium here. Big crowd here on hand tonight for this one.
Yeah, we've seen it slowly but steadily fill up. They even made an announcement before the game. Hey, if you take off from your seat, you come back and it's taken too bad. We got standing room only, and we are filled up to the brink.
I know for a fact there's a big line outside hoping to get to this one. And that will do it for us for now. We'll be right back with the second half of this one. Humber leads Sheridan 52-46 in the game. Welcome back to the Hawks Nest. Humber up 52-46 on the Sheridan Bruins in the 123rd edition of the game. Andrew Landy and Adam Lucier on the call, and Adam, this game really living up to that billing. A lot back and forth. Humber taking advantage and pulling up by 7 at the end of that first half. What do they got to do to finish this one up?
Really, it's coming down to efficiency for the Humber Hawks. I mean, the advantage in three-point shooting has gone the way of Sheridan. A big advantage in the free throw shooting has gone to Sheridan. So both teams are getting about the even amount of looks. Both teams are getting the shots off they want. The difference so far is that the Bruins are the ones hitting those big-time shots.
We'll see. Hawks are finally getting that depth of scoring that they so sorely needed. Jalen Morgan leading the way that whole way through, but a lot of those guys on the bench really coming clutch. Kevin O'Toole, one to mention, 9 points, 4 rebounds, 2 dimes, and a big steal.
Yeah, a guy I want to circle, and obviously he's so key in these type of games, is Fauzi, the sharpshooter. So far in tonight's contest, he's only gone 1 from 8 from three-point range. You got to expect him to start dropping those shots sooner rather than later. And as the Hawks try to pull away with this lead, I think it's going to be that three-point shot. That's going to be a big effect here if Humber can get it done.
We'll definitely want that to open up, but Fauzi has been doing a lot of the other things really well. He's been passing really efficiently, a bunch of big steals as well, so I'm not really too concerned about him. But those shooting numbers do have to get better. I'll give you that.
Yeah, he's contributed up and down the floor. He's done everything asked of him. It's just the efficiency of those shots. And that's a great point, Andrew. Not too many people talk about the passing ability of Fauzi Muhammad, but it comes to finding his teammates. He's one of the best in the biz.
He's usually too busy shooting to pass. Fauzi gets a foul there. Right away, 8 seconds into the quarter, already with a foul. Personal number 2 for Fauzi.
You see Jamal Edwards kind of holding the top of his head there. I'm not sure if it made contact with the hardwood. A little bit of a goose egg on the back of Edwards' head there.
Jamal Edwards, one of the best players for Sheridan, for both teams rather, in that first half. 9 points, 3 assists, 3 steals, and a block. Makes his first free throw there. He's up to double-digit points.
He's done a nice job really showcasing that athleticism. He's been darting through seams in the lane and really doing a nice job of intercepting the passing lanes of these Hawks.
Not bad for the 4th top scorer in the province. Quan Cascar with it over to Jordan Francis. 3-pointer up in the corner. That hit the side of the backboard. Simpson with it. Over to Campbell. Campbell quickly works his way up, guarded by Jalen Morgan. Almost picked away there. Simpson jumps up to grab that pass. Pass it over. Pass it back. Danzo DePau with it. Foul on the way at the hoop. And he'll shoot 2 from the line.
3 Humber Hawks in the lane. Francis, Morgan, and Samuel. And able to dart right through all 3 is DePau.
Rather, he'll shoot 1 from the line to try and complete this 3-point play. That was going to be Jalen Morgan's 2nd. Not happy about that. He thought that was a clean defensive play.
In a game that's so traditionally chippy as Sheridan Humber is, it's hard to blame the referees for calling a little bit of a tighter game. You don't want to let this one get away from you at all. And so far this contest, cooler heads have prevailed.
Fauzi 3 is up. That's good. 2 for 9 now for the 3. Let's see if he finally starts to get hot from back there.
That's what we were talking about. He's getting the looks he's looking for. Finally, that shot is starting to drop for Fauzi.
Danzo DePau 3-pointer. That was an air ball. Great job there by Jordan Francis to let that one roll out of bounds, prevent Simpson from trying to get the rebound. Now look at that Fauzi 3, just puts it up. And makes that picture-perfect 3-pointer there. Nothing but net.
And Fauzi won't shoot too much off the dribble. You see just the catch and shoot there, working to perfection.
Hand off there to Cascard, over to Fauzi. Working his way through under the basket, tried to pass it over to Jalen. Side's got it, Fauzi's got it back. Puts up the awkward shot off the backboard. Jalen almost got that rebound. Jamal Edwards puts up the floater, no good. Fight for the rebound, Campbell's got it. Almost picked away there by Cy Samuels. Campbell's got it back. Jalen Morgan's got it. Fast break opportunity here. Let's see what he's got. Can't finish. Jalen
Morgan, such a nice play there. He's begging for the foul. Thought he had a forearm slap against his.
Yeah, he was banging on that forearm saying I was fouled right there, refs. Unfortunately, he The guys who are responsible for those calls did not see it.
Well, that's a great play by Morgan there. You see him scoop that ball, jump over the defender that's on the floor, keeping his head up the whole way.
Jalen's got it. Spin move, frees himself up. Floater, no good. Out of bounds will be Sheridan basketball.
Samson Downey now urging his fellas to focus. That's the call.
Simpson's got it over to Jamal Edwards. Good play. Pass it over to the corner. Simpson, Dancer DePont, three-pointer. No good. Saw his friend for that rebound. It's gonna be out of bounds off of Sheridan.
Still nice work by Campbell there. Just to give a little opposition to that rebound there by Samuel.
Dowsey works the ball up. Guarded by Simpson. Whistle blown, there's a foul call. It's going to be against Nick Campbell.
Got him for a hold away from the ball there, not when you want to pick up a foul.
It's going to be Campbell's second foul. Inbound play there, Larry's got it. Hand off to Daquan Cascard, three-pointer up, no good. That rebound just out of the reach of Cy Samuels, and will roll out of bounds. Sheridan basketball.
Humber's gonna have to start capitalizing on the offensive glass. A few big rebounds have popped out their way, but Cy Samuel was unable to chase that last one down.
Campbell's got it, top of the key. No look past the corner, Simpson puts it up. That's no good. Dance to the paw. That's no good. Cy Samuels had that rebound stripped away. It's gonna stay Humber basketball though off the foul. Campbell again being called.
Yeah, that's his third foul. Such a key component for this team, averaging 24 points a game.
Two key players here, Danto DePaul and Campbell, both in foul trouble.
Obviously you want to keep playing your game, but those fouls are gonna stick in the back of your head.
Good move by Cy Samuels, can't free himself up. Over to Fauzi. Keith Larry at corner three, no good off the back of the rim. Kassim with it. Whistle blown. That will be on Cy Samuels, his second. All players on the court now for Humber, all with two fouls.
We're starting to rack up here, still plenty of time to go in the third.
Watch those hands. Jamal Edwards with it. Pass it over. Danzo DePaul, open three. That's no good. Morgan secures the rebound, works the way up. Over to Fauzi. Morgan's way through. Keith Larian now. Over to Morgan. Pass it off. Great ball movement here. Pick off there. Campbell's got it. And he's all alone for the layup.
One too many passes there by the Hawks. The ball movement was crisp. Nick Campbell able to run up under that pass.
Fauzi deep three. No.
I still like the fact that at this point in the game, Fauzi has the confidence in his shot to go from range.
He almost made it as well.
Obviously, that's not the ideal shot selection, put it up from that far out.
Kassim makes his shot. Sheridan pulls within one. It's 55-54. 6 minutes left to go in the third.
But to continue that point, if your name's Fauzi Muhammad, put up any shot you want. I think you've earned that respect.
He's earned that privilege. Dylan Morgan fights his way through. Fouled on his way to the hoop. He's going to shoot two from the line. This will be the third team foul for Sheridan.
Jalen driving in hard there, trying to throw up the circus shot.
Kevin O2 just about ready to check back in. Jamal Edwards takes his second foul.
Plenty of scoring threats on the floor for Humber. That's the kind of squad Samson Downey rolls out.
Jalen makes his first free throw. Not the greatest night for him from the line. He's 5 for 8. Make that 6 for 9. So getting a little better in that department.
Starting to sure up. coming into the second half here, Sheridan was shooting 78% from the free throw line. Humber was just at 54%. So that's definitely an area of the game where they're going to look to improve, especially in a tight matchup like this.
Campbell's got to pass it off. Three-pointer is up. Kassim makes it.
Yeah, Kassim wide open in the corner there. Humber didn't have a guy to close out.
Cathcart doesn't have much space. Bumper screen. Fight through it anyways. Can't get that basket to go. Cy Samuels secures it back. Shot clock's running down though. Pick off there. Subban got a hand on that. Shot clock's down to 3 now. Basket got put up a shot. Put it up, but that basket will not count. It hits the top of the backboard. Sheridan coach Jim Flack clapping his hands, loves that defensive effort by his team.
Yeah, certainly not a pretty possession there for the Hawks. So we take a look at the handiwork in the corner by Kassim.
That one just rolled in. Campbell, pass it off. Jumper is good, Danso DePa.
DePa has struggled a little bit from three-point range, but it comes to that mid-range jumper. He's been money. That's a spot on the floor that the Hawks are going to need to adjust on.
Giving it to pass it off to the corner. Whistle blown. Ball will go the other way.
It's Nick Campbell once again facilitating the offense, kicking that one out to DePa.
Campbell just all over the court tonight. Arguably been the best player on both sides of the court here tonight.
Certainly has plenty of accolades to his name.
Already with 17 points. Petronis does a great job blocking him there. He has the ball, work his way through. Oh, goes for the dunk, but he misses. Cleet Ismail, over to 0-2. This place is buzzing after that. And there we go. Heath Laria with the redemption dunk.
And I love that from Petronis, even if you missed that dunk attempt. See what it did to the crowd. We talk so much about the home court advantage for the Hawks, and it's plays like that that are really gonna get them on your side. Nice finish by Lario as well.
Great job there by the Hawks to get that ball on their side of the court. Over to Larry. He was thinking dunk again, was rejected.
Petronis has been busy at the rim. Met that time in a big way as we take a look at big Alex Petronis trying to bury that one. Once again, Keith Laria showing off the bounce, able to get to that one.
Some great ball movement there, leading to another dunk by Laria. We'll see it here. Kaboom! Laria, mid-range, no good. Out of bounds will be Sheridan basketball.
Samson Downey animated as ever on the sideline.
It was good reason. 1-point ball game against your biggest rival. Jamal Edwards, three-pointer, no good. Rebound batted around to Kevin O2, works his way through. Cannot get that pass to go. He'll be out of bounds.
When you have a 4-on-2 like that, you've got to put a ball towards the basket. Understand the pass selection there, trying to kick it over, but just a little bit off on the timing.
Campbell with it, step back. Guard by Laria, pass off, Danso DePa with it now. Guard by Petronis. Bites way through. Nice mid-range J there.
And again, that's where DePa's been dangerous, able to find separation on Petronis. Put up a nice shot.
Sheridan takes the 1-point lead, 60-59. Cleet Ismail with it. Shot clock at 12. Ball stripped away. It's gonna stay Humber basketball though with 10 seconds left on the clock.
Good awareness there by Subban, keeping those hands busy, not letting Ismail get too busy with the handles.
3:09 left to go in the third quarter. Jalen Morgan's got it. Makes some space for himself and makes that shot look effortless. Retaking the Humber lead with that three-pointer. 62-60 Humber.
Jalen able to find an open spot on the floor. Another takeaway here.
Pick off there, Cleet Ismail, open three. That's good! And this crowd loves that. Humber takes the lead by 5 now. It's 65-60 and a whistle blown.
And here we go. The Hawks nest got a little quiet there as Sheridan's come out in a big way here in the third quarter. As we take a look, the lead Ismail, money. Nothing but net there as that one drops. And you said it, Andrew, the crowd really buying into that one.
It's gotten really quiet here once again, though. crowd needs something else to fire them up again, clearly.
They know what's on the line. You can feel how tense it is in the gym. We knew this one was going to be close, and it's been that way the whole way through.
Simpson, a little bit of a sloppy pass, or Subban rather, sloppy pass almost picked off. Campbell down to the basket. He gets that one, good to go. 19 points out now in the game for Campbell. Petronas with it. Long pass to Keith Laria. Laria fighting his way through. Fouled on the way to the hoop, and he'll shoot 2.
Nice work by Laria, just trying to do what he can to get to the rim, not shying away from any of that contact.
Kasim's going to be called for his first foul. Let's see what Laria's able to do with this opportunity. First free throws of the day for him. First shot is up. No good.
A 64% shooter is Keith Laria from the line on the season.
And this third quarter has just flown by so far. Already down to 2:21 as Laria makes a second. 66-62 for Humber now. Subban with it. Petronas doing a great job playing defense. And they took too much time to cross the timeline. Great job there by Petronas.
And that has nothing to do with skill. That's just tenacity and hustle by Alex Petronas. And again, that's just one of those momentum building plays that is going to get the bench behind you, going to get the crowd behind you. They're playing smart basketball as this game gets into the nitty gritty.
That wasn't about the skill, it was about the will, as they say. Simpson checks into this one for Jamal Edwards. Humber basketball now. Jalen inbounds it to Kevin O'Toole. Handoff back to Morgan. Working his way through. Pass it off. Laria shot, no good. That was off the backboard. Campbell's got it now. Started by Khalid Ismail.
About Laria's game, though, is he could drive the lane or toss up a 3. Dangerous either way.
Another shot made there by Campbell. He's up to 21. That's a game high.
Speaking of dangerous, how about Nick Campbell? He's been a stud.
Nice move there by Morgan, but puts that one off the bottom of the backboard. And here comes Campbell once again. Foul on his way in the hoop. He'll shoot 2. Crowd upset about that one.
I don't know about that one.
Kevin O'Toole's going to be called for his 3rd foul.
See Nick Campbell just fading away. Averaging 24 on the year. He's got 21 on the day. A jack of all trades for the Bruins. He's been causing fits for this Humber Hawks defense.
Nick Campbell, number 2 in the province in scoring, averaging just over 24 points per game. 48% shooting as well, so all about efficiency as well for him. Sampson Downey making some adjustments here.
Making sure his big men are in position. Chase after that rebound when the time comes.
Campbell with a chance to tie this game with these 2 free throws. So here are the foot stomps here at the Hawks Nest. This crowd here really picking up right now.
Trying to get into the noggin of Campbell here.
Campbell makes the first. Down to a 1-point game at 66-65. Campbell gets ready for a second shot. Makes the second. He's up to 23 points now. All tied up at 66. Just over a minute 30 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
Feels as though this whole game, it's just been a possession or 2 separating these teams. You got to imagine it'll be that way to the wire.
You have to imagine so. Petronas working his way in the post, and he gets that one to go. 68-66 with a minute 20 to go in the 3rd.
And Petronas' size has been a little bit of an issue for the Bruins. Maybe Samson Downey is starting to exploit a little bit of a matchup here.
Got those long arms and knows how to use them. Campbell trying to get around Petronas. Petronas giving him a tough time. Campbell frees himself up, can't get that shot to go. Gets his own rebound and makes the finish there.
So athletic on the finish there. Petronas played great D, but just tough to guard on the drop back.
Jalen Morgan's got now going up against Campbell. Spin move, no good off the rim. Kasim who got the rebound over to Simpson. 40 seconds left to go in the quarter. About a 22-second different shot clock, game clock. Campbell now going up against Petronas. Nice move there. The pass off his teammate's fingertips and out of bounds will be Humber basketball with just over 30 seconds left to go.
And that's the risk you take, handling the ball like that. Nick Campbell made so many moves. He fooled his own side. That was Madu Cisse, who really didn't even see that pass coming.
Yeah, just a complete bully going over to Madu Cisse. Fauzi Muhammad's got it now. 7-second different shot clock, game clock. Down to 22 seconds left in the quarter. Morgan looking for a teammate. Finds Cathcart. Working his way to the hoop. That move no good. Petronas right there for the rebound and the putback.
Nice hustle by Cathcart there, but again, it's Petronas, the big man inside, causing fits here.
Campbell holding on for final shot. 3 seconds. Campbell puts up, and a great job by Petronas. Cathcart shot. Oh, that was close.
Cathcart sure wanted that one. A pretty play to end it. And that's what you need. More good defense by Petronas, closing out on his man late in that one. We take a look at Cathcart going hard to the hoop. And Petronas, Johnny on the spot, getting it done.
And Petronas not exactly lighting it up in terms of offense. Only 6 points for him so far, but he's been there when he needed him on both sides of the ball.
This game has been a nice little bit of a showcase here for the players that have just come in for this winter semester. We've seen Alex Petronas get involved. Keith Laria has had his moments. Lambert Cador got involved early on in today's contest, and not to mention Jordan Francis, the veteran, also back into this lineup. They've been huge, and they're a big reason why Humber has had the second half that they had. And these players are out to play in the biggest game of the year.
And it's going to come down to this one final quarter in the game. A 2-point game now for Humber, up 70-68. Samson Downey going to see those final adjustments. And what do you think Humber's going to try to adjust going into that fourth quarter? Do you see anything that they can work on?
I mean, they're playing their type of game. This is the style they want. They're getting shots all over the floor. I think it's a key now, especially on senior night. You want the ball in the hands of your star players. That means Jalen Morgan's going to be as busy as ever. That means Fauzi's going to be after tossing up threes, trying to find those lanes. And on the other side for Sheridan, they're going to do the exact same thing. They're going to look to Nick Campbell, Jamal Edwards. When the lights are bright, the gym is packed, everything's on the line. You want the ball in the hands of your playmakers. And it's going to be big to see who's going to be the hero tonight.
And do you keep Petronas on Nick Campbell? We know how well he's been doing tonight, so.
Yeah, he's been pretty strong defensively. Give the big man some credit. He's been moving side to side. That's what Campbell does so well, playing that east-west game. So agile, so quick. But Petronas, give him credit. We talked about his length. He's really had his hand up, trying to block some shots. He's been staying busy defensively, and if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I wouldn't be surprised if Samson Downey likes that matchup for the remainder of this contest.
And here we go, one final quarter for the game. Humber Sheridan, that's going to be a backcourt violation. Not the great way to start off this quarter.
Not the start you're looking for if you're Samson Downey. Not the best way to start 2 seconds in. Petronas goes over the half-court line.
Just after we talk about how great of a game Petronas have been having. A little bit of a brain fart there. Let's see if he rebounds.
Still 10 minutes to redeem yourself.
Absolutely right. Simpson's kind of fumbling with the ball there. Guard by Fauzi. Foul called there. Is that going to be against Fauzi?
Fauzi's the one. You see Jim Flack there. Okay. He hasn't been too pleased with many of the calls, but I guess he'll take that one.
He still doesn't look too thrilled, surprisingly.
Yeah, we haven't seen a smile out of him yet, but if I'm a betting man, I'm going to put it on the under.
We'll see. Simpson with it. Petronas guarding him now. Shot clock down to 6. Simpson fights his way through. It's going to be a foul called.
It's going to be offensive going against the Bruins there.
Simpson's second foul.
And that's a call that have really gone Sheridan's way. They've had a few blocking fouls charged against the Humber, so it's hard to blame Simpson for going in there and trying to make that play. This time the call going the other way.
Not so lucky this time. Fauzi's got the ball now. Pass off to Daquan Cathcart. Over to Petronas. Petronas fights his way through. Nice move there. And he gets the hoop and the heart there. A chance to finish the three-point play.
And for the Sheridan Bruins, this is one of those gulp moments. We were playing some great basketball. You seem to be getting the better of the Humber Hawks. And all of a sudden, a substitution off this deep, deep, deep bench for Samson Downey. Alex Petronas comes in and makes a difference. He's had limited playing time, but already 8 points to his name.
And we just saw it there. Petronas found that open lane and got the complete advantage there, drawing the foul, going for the shot now. Unfortunately, does not drop in. 4-point game now, 72-68 for Humber, 9.5 left to go. Floater there, that's good, Jamal Edwards.
Jamal Edwards, so great there in his positioning. Stops up just a few feet before Fauzi and lets that floater drop over the head.
Cathcart's got it now. Got Larry and Fauzi with it. Fauzi now over to Laria. Hand off to Jalen Morgan. Shot clock at 10. Step over to the side, the shot, no good. Fauzi fought for that rebound. Dancer to pop fell. Was slow to get up. 9 minutes left. Jamal Edwards fighting his way through. Larry fouled him on the way there.
And Jamal Edwards with these drives are starting to make a difference here. It seems though every time he puts his head down and makes a move for that rim, he's either dropping in a bucket or heading to the foul line.
A chance here for Sheridan to tie this one up at 72. This game just refuses to get any less tight. Down to a 1-point game now as Edwards makes that first free throw.
Yeah, don't expect anyone to pull away here in the last 9 minutes. It just wouldn't be right.
It wouldn't be.
Yeah, when it comes down to the game, you just expect every single play to go down to the wire, and that's what we're seeing here.
Yeah, you want to send these happy people home with a great ending. Tie game now at 72. Fauzi handoff to Jordan Francis. Francis over to Cathcart. Cathcart fumbles the ball though. It's gonna be a Sheridan ball.
For Humber, you gotta have a short memory here. Not a pretty possession, giving up the play on that one. Just time to keep your head down. Keep playing your game. We're all knotted up.
Simpson with it. Over to Jamal Edwards. He's at the top of the key. Fighting his way through. Pass off to the corner. 3-pointers up. No good. Gets his own rebound. It's Kasim with it. Over to Dancer Dupas. Couple players on the ground. That's Jalen Morgan for Humber. And Jamal Edwards for Sheridan.
Yeah, there have been bodies flying everywhere. Every loose ball has been fought on tooth and nail. That's the second time in today's game we've seen Jalen Morgan go down hard, slow to his feet. Luckily for him, it seems he fell hard on that left elbow, but that's the one he's got wrapped up, a little bit of padding there. I'm sure it doesn't help too much at the moment deal with that stinger, but nonetheless, if you're gonna bang an elbow, let it be the one with the sleeve.
That's true. You don't want two bum elbows.
Yeah.
Not to say Morgan has a bum elbow. It's fantastic. He makes those shots all the time. Long jumper, no good. Morgan pass off to Fauzi.
Humber has numbers here.
Jordan Francis open three, no good. Back of the hoop. Foul call there. Morgan's on the ground.
Poor Jalen Morgan just trying to stay on his feet. He's been taking contact left, right, and center. Putting his body on the line here in the game. Can't blame him.
Dancer DePod getting called for his 4th foul, so one more and he's out of this one. Inbound here. Bear believe Fauzi's going to be looking for Jalen here, but will he be open?
A shout out to the Broom crew in today's game. The amount of bodies that have hit the hardwood. Whole lot of mopping going on.
The Cleaners certainly have their work cut out for them tonight. Morgan's got it, fighting his way through. Campbell's guarding him. He gets that shot to go. Humber back on top by 2. It's 74-72, 8 minutes left.
Morgan's so fluid in his movements, just sky into the air there and let that soft one drop in.
Jamal Edwards thought about going for the deep 3. Ends up pulling up from the free throw line, no good. Kasim. We have foul on the floor. 4th foul for Fauzi.
Not what you want to see.
Yeah, look at that Jalen Morgan shot once again. Man, he is just so good at fighting his way to the hoop, even with multiple bodies on him.
Yeah, we've seen him shake off a few defenders there. That spin move of his has been working to perfection tonight. He's got a lot of tools in the toolkit.
Fauzi goes to the bench. Not much room for error for him. Almost picked away. Jumps on it there. Simpson's got it now for Sheridan. Passing it off. Jamal Edwards fakes out his man, waits for them. Shot's no good regardless. The putback by Campbell, that's good. He's up to 27 now on the night. Kevin O2 working his way through. Fouled on his way to the hoop, and Simpson can't believe that call. Number 10.
That is a absolutely fearless play from Kevin O2. He was going up against a big, big man in Solomon Giamfi. Still, takes to the air, draws the foul, hits the floor hard, but fortunately seems no worse for wear.
Kevin O2 a chance to get into double digits for him. He's been solid tonight. Shot number 1 is good. Just under 7.5 left to go. Humber is up 75-74.
There's not too many players the caliber of Kevin O2 in the OCAA that come off the bench. Just another one of these pieces for Samson Downey to play with.
He's 2 for 2. Humber up by 2 from a couple shots by Kevin O2. 7:20 left to go. Campbell's got it guarded by Cathcart. Fights through the screen. Foul called on the play. Who's that going to be against?
And I really like the adjustment here, throwing Daquan Cathcart on Nick Campbell.
Foul's going to be on Cathcart. That's going to be his third, so a few key players now for Humber racking up some fouls.
There's one thing about Cathcart's defensive play. He will be in your face all night long. With a player getting going the caliber of Nick Campbell, maybe Cathcart's the guy you need just to get in his kitchen a little bit.
Jumper, that's good. From just in front of the three-point line, Solomon Giamfi tying it up at 76, 7 minutes left to go.
Giamfi has some fresh legs out there for Sheridan. Keep an eye on him offensively.
Cathcart's got it now, found a lane to the hoop. He takes it and he gets the hoop.
Great hang time there by Cathcart. Falling off his man Giamfi, able to finish off glass.
Sheridan ball now, that's Campbell with it. Once again guarded by Cathcart. Jamal Edwards pass it off to Simpson. Three-pointers up. That's good. Great job there by Simpson. Takes the lead.
Big shot here. I'm sure we're going to see plenty more lead changes.
Keith Lariat comes to the scorer's table, just about ready to check in. Daquan Cathcart's got the ball now. Takes a step to his left. Shot no good. Sheridan secures the basketball. Campbell with it. Pass off to Simpson. Sheridan nursing a 1-point lead. Jamal Edwards fakes out 0-2. Double team now. Good ball movement here. Simpson working his way into the paint. Pass it back. Three-pointer no good. That's Kassim with it. Sheridan's got it back. Jamal Edwards works his way to the hoop, and that's good. 3-point lead now for Sheridan. They're up 81-78.
And this new sub, Giamfi, has really done a lot of work on the glass here. So as we saw Petronas take over this game for a few moments at time, it appears as though Giamfi for Bruins are doing much of the same.
Jordan Francis has it now. Pass off Cathcart, wide open three. That's good. Tying it up at 81, just under 5.5 left to go.
Big time moments call for big time players. There's Daquan Cathcart stepping up.
There's Campbell with it. Pass it off to Kassim, over to Edwards. Back to Campbell. Plays way through. Gets through Cathcart, and a beautiful finish there to take the 2-point lead back. Humber timeout there and a good one.
Nick Campbell all the way up to 29 on the day. He was quiet kind of to get going, but all of a sudden these drives to the lane have been paying dividends. Another good looking shot there.
Cathcart looks like he's having a little bit of trouble keeping up with very talented Nick Campbell. Do you keep that matchup, or would you switch it back to Petronas?
Yeah, we've seen Nick Campbell face off against a few different Humber Hawks, and maybe that's the move. He's already showed the ability to put up some points, but giving him different looks. How about the long outs Petronas? How about the quicker, faster Cathcart? Just not let him get in a rhythm, not really letting him know what to expect with every offense possession. But hey, when a guy comes in putting up 24 a game, you know he's going to get his shots. You know he's going to get his looks. It's just all about minimizing the damage.
We're having a little bit difficulty containing him tonight. Already up to 29 now for Nick Campbell. The 3 fouls on the game so far, too, so he's got to watch out for that and a little bit of trouble in that regard.
And this is the guy that Humber knew coming into this game he was going to be someone to keep an eye on. He was a 2019 CCAA tournament second-team All-Star last year at Nationals. Also, as we mentioned earlier, the 2019 OCAA Championship MVP. So he's a guy that has stepped up time and time again for Sheridan in these big moments. And tonight has really been no different.
Just over 5 minutes left to go. Both teams have 14 fouls. It's going to be a crazy final 5 and a bit minutes, I can guarantee you that.
Just trying to catch my breath here.
I've been trying to catch my breath since the start of this game. O2's got it. Traveling against Kevin O2.
Yeah, that plant foot got a little happy there for Kevin O2.
Yeah, just took that extra step.
In a big moment like this, you're just thinking about that first pass. You're keeping your head up, looking for an open teammate. Sometimes you just lose track of your bearings a little bit.
5 and a second left to go. Campbell's got it. Crossing the timeline. Keith Laria now with the defensive assignment. Simpson guard by Petronis. Pass to the inside. Big block there, Cy Samuels. Petronis fighting for that rebound. Here's going to be a jump ball.
Unsure of the call here, but
jump ball confirmed.
Yeah, looks like Simpson's looking for the jump ball there. Yeah, jump ball is indeed the call.
Will be Sheridan ball here by the look of it. The possession is not on the scoreboard.
I still like the look on the inside here for the Hawks. You see Jalen Morgan, Cy Samuels, and Alex Petronis 3 wide down there in the lane.
Just had to adjust the shot clock there. 9 and 4/10 seconds put back. Simpson inbound it. Pass it off. Traveling violation against Nick Campbell.
The crowd likes that one. A free possession for the Hawks here. Time to take advantage.
Kevin O2's got it.
The let's go Humber chants begin to rain down here in the Hawks' nest.
It's about time, Adam. There's O2 over to Petronis. Does he feel it? Out of bounds. It's going to be Sheridan basketball.
These are tense moments here. Both sides seem a little bit jittery on their offensive possession.
Just under 4.5 left to go. Sheridan still nursing that 83-81 lead. Campbell, great move there, finds his way through. Floater, no good. O2 comes up with it. Works his way around the bodies there. Pass it back to Jalen Morgan. Over to Keith Laria. Samuels with it in the post. Works his way back. Back in. Turn move. Gets it to go. We're all tied up at 83.
How about the big man, so good with the passing game, but realizes no one's open, decides to do it himself. And Humber's gonna get the ball right back. Momentum starting to roll for these Hawks.
That's what you like to see here. Just under 4 minutes left to go. We're all tied up at 83. And Sheridan takes a timeout there.
And look out.
I think we had
the flak jacket is off for Jim over here, so you better look out. His intensity's at an all-time high as we take a look at that inside move by Cy. You see the head up, anybody open? Nope. He'll spin off his man and make good on the bucket. That's what a big man does for you when he's got quick feet like that.
Yeah, Cy's kind of got the sneaky moves a little bit. You look at him, you don't think he's going to give you that, but man's got handles, I can tell you that. One of the best ball handlers on the team, the best playmaker on the team as well, leads the team in assists. And leads the team in rebounds as well.
Yeah, you look at a guy in his stature, you don't think assist game is really going to be what he does best, but he's kind of a pass-first guy where he'll definitely put up some points for you in the post, but first things first, he's going to look for open teammates. And that's got to be a different look for a lot of these rival teams coming in. Not the stereotypical big man game, but his rebounding and his passing has been so huge for the Hawks.
You have to wonder how this team is going to replace that ball handling and playmaking next year, because it is seniors night, and he was honored, so Won't be around next season.
That's the thing, you want to live in the present, right? And it's the game, there's so much to think about. There's still a lot of this season left to go, but we celebrated 5 seniors tonight. Those are 5 talented players that are going to be moving on from this program. So for this group, it's so important to realize just kind of the magic you have going on this season and to take advantage of it at this moment in time.
Nice pass there. Cy Samuels finding Jalen Morgan, and he was all alone there under the hoop. Humber up 85-83, 3:30 left to go.
Jalen's going to be huge over these last 3.5.
Jump ball, it's going to be Humber basketball.
So calm and cool. Cy Samuel, close ball game late in the 3rd quarter, or 4th quarter that is. He just slides in with those big bear paws, grabs a hold of that thing, and gets a jump ball for his team.
Stares down the Sheridan bench too for good measure. Let's go Humber chances back. Good ball movement here by the Humber Hawks. Inside pass to Petronis. Pass to Samuels, can't get that shot up, but he's fouled on the way there. A chance to extend this 2-point Humber lead. 3:16 left to go in the game. Humber's in the bonus.
Humber appears to be the team that's battling just a little bit more, chasing down those 50 balls with a little bit more tenacity. Really like the way this last 3 minutes is shaping up for Humber if they're able to keep up this pace of play.
Samuels makes that first free throw. We mentioned seniors night before, so this is going to be the final chance for this group to win that national championship. A big chance with Humber hosting as Samuels makes that second shot. 4-point lead now. Simpson with the ball. Ball pass back to Simpson.
Big defensive possession here for the Hawks.
They could use a stop now. Nice move there. Is not over and back. Pick out there by Cy Samuels. Works it up. He gets that shot to go. 89-83 Humber with under 3 minutes.
Cy Samuel, the veteran, the senior, coming alive here late.
Keith Laria called for the foul. It's going to be his 4th, so he's in some serious foul trouble right now, alongside Keenan Danso DePaul and Sheridan.
Yeah, kind of a bad luck foul there for Keith Laria. But we got to have a look at this. Look at the big man, Cy Samuels, poke that one away. Chase it down the floor. The bench loves it. Hard to blame him as this jam-packed Hawks nest wants to go home happy. They want to get to their feet, and the Hawks trying to close in on a big victory.
Jamal Edwards back at the free throw line. First shot, no good. Crowd here loves that miss. He's stuck at 16 points for now.
They're gonna get even louder if he comes up short on this one.
Everyone's stomping their feet here. Second shot is up. That one rolls in. 5-point lead now for Humber. They're up 89-84. 2:40 left to go. Cy Samuels with it. Working his way around. Pass off to Petronis. He's in the post. Fights his way through. And a great job there at the finish. Humber up by 7. It's 91-84.
That's a great move baseline there. Petronis realizing his matchup, taking advantage of it.
Ball moved around here by Sheridan. Jamal Edwards passing it to the inside there. That's Danso DePaul. 3-pointer is up. That's good. Muhammad Kasim.
And don't you dare think the Bruins are going to go calmly into the night. This one's going to go down to the last shot.
Cy Samuels with it. 2 minutes left to go. Shot clock down to 8. Jalen Morgan with it. Back to Cy. Over to Petronis. Shot clock rained down. Petronis inside. Floaters up by Cy Samuels. That's good. Just beat the shot clock. 93-87 Humber. 1:40 left to go.
The big men teaming up. They've taken over this game as of late.
Pick up
Jalen
there.
once again.
Jalen Morgan working his way through. Couldn't get the dunk, but he finishes still. 95-87. Minute and a half left.
These last few minutes have been all Humber. Their biggest moment of the game when they needed it most as you see Petronis pick up the foul there.
Petronis' first foul there. That's going to put Sheridan already in the bonus, rather. Look at that last Jalen Morgan layup there. Couldn't quite get the dunk, but still gets the finish. Great veteran move there by Jalen Morgan.
And Sheridan's going to be forced to take a timeout here. Jim Flack has seen enough. And his team is in a lot worse position than they were maybe 90 seconds ago. And some quick runs, some quick transitions here by the Hawks have opened up a pretty healthy lead here late.
Yeah, basketball, we mentioned before, one of those games where you let your foot off that gas pedal, you could be looking down, could be down by 8 points all of a sudden, and really it's tough to come back from that, especially in a game like this.
And Humber's going to be shooting foul shots the rest of the way, so Sheridan also has to be careful when it comes to fouling. You got to imagine a team with the experience of Jim Flack on the bench knows how to handle these situations. I'm sure in his time, all 28 years with the program, he's seen just about everything.
Timeout just about finished. We're going to get a couple free throws now. Humber up 95-87, a minute 29 left to go in this ball game. Oh man, even though Humber's up by 8, you cannot feel too safe with that lead.
Yeah, this is gut check time for either side. This game's within reach for Sheridan, and honestly, Humber has put themselves in a good position, but whoever wants it more is going to come away with the biggest win of the regular season.
Nick Campbell at the free throw line, already with 29 points in this one. Chance to go for 30 here. Next closest in this game is Jalen Morgan with 23.
Nick Campbell has done everything and more that Jim Flack and the Bruins could ask of him.
First shot is good. 95-88. Campbell taking his time here. Why not with this game? It's a tight one on the line. He makes a second. 95-89 with just under a minute and a half left to go.
Just a 2-possession ball game.
Jalen Morgan's got full court press by Sheridan, no surprise. Keith Laria wide open, and he gets the layup to go. 97-89.
Smart play there by Laria. You can't let that dunk get away from you. Go with the high efficiency play and the layup.
Campbell shot no good. Kasim shot no good. Kasim goes again, no good. Fight for that rebound was Cy Samuels, he got it. Cathcart now is gonna slow things down here. Almost lost the ball. Gets it right back to Laria. Can't get the finish, but gets his own rebound, and he gets the finish there. Keith Laria, he's been money in the second half.
Keith Laria in a sea of blue, had 3 Bruins around him, still getting the job done in a big moment.
Nick Campbell shot. That's gonna be kind of his goaltending, I believe. Or is it foul on the play there?
Yeah, the Hawks, they've been feeling themselves these last few minutes. And Cathcart thought he could swat that one out the backboard. You see Laria here. And that's a play all season long. He's got up with the one-hander, and he's trying to hammer it home. But we've seen a few of those, like Petronas earlier, clank out. So not the time of the game you want to risk it. I'm sure the crowd would love it. As we start to see a section of the crowd here starting to file out.
So that was not a basket, or that was not a foul, rather. That was an automatic basket. So the score now 99-91 for Humber. Just a tick under 49 seconds left to go. Full court press once again by Sheridan. Petronas slicing his way through. Pass off to Morgan in the corner. He'll take his time, and why not? Back to Petronas, and he misses the dunk again. Almost had it that time. He can't believe it.
Oh, Petronas wants a dunk so bad. Who could blame him? This crowd wants to erupt.
Jamal Edwards fighting his way through. Gets fouled on his way to the hoop.
Let's take a look at this here. Great vision by Morgan to find the cutting Petronas. And that looked nearly identical to that one he had earlier in this contest.
He cannot believe that he missed that. 99-91 still the score here. Just a tick under 29 seconds left to go. Jamal Edwards to shoot 2.
And some blood on the hand and jersey of Petronas. He went hard to the rim there. Like the tough guy he is, he just sucks the blood out of the finger and says, hey, let me stay out here on the floor.
That's not because he's a vampire. Edwards misses both free throws. Up to Petronas. Cathcart gets it. Humber lead up to 10. It's 101-91. I think this ball game is just about over with just under 20 seconds left to go.
The Hawks are 92-0 all time when they reach 100 points. in regulation. Looking to go 93-0 as Keith Laria didn't see that one coming.
Bit of a brain fart there. Simpson misses. Out of bounds would be Humber basketball. With 6.9 seconds left to go, and Humber up by 8.
But still, this Humber bench not really taking a breath. Now a little cause for celebration. Jalen Morgan gonna dribble this one out.
And that will do it. Humber wins the game against Sheridan, 101-93. And they really did a good job running away with that one at the end.
What a big moment for this Humber Hawks basketball team. They went 0-4 to start the year. One of those, a heartbreaking loss to these Sheridan Bruins. They've stormed back in the second half of their season. Drop one to Landon, has continued to win. And in the biggest game of the year, senior night, they get the job done in a big way, and a huge fourth quarter propels them to victory.
Both these teams shaking hands, a tremendous amount of respect between these two arch rivals. They're showing the class between these two organizations, these two top-tier programs in Ontario.
You gotta imagine this might not be the last time these two face off against each other. We have the OCAA championship and the CCAA championship, which you know both these teams are gonna be involved in all year long. So this might not be the end of the game.
I will guarantee you this will not be the last meet between these two teams, provincials or nationals.
In daps all around from the coaching staff and the players. What a night it was. What a great night of basketball. Going back to that women's game and now the game, 123rd edition going to the Hawks. I mean, when it comes to OCAA basketball, can you beat this, Andrew?
I don't think you can. That was just an excellent night of basketball. Excellent, forgot basketball, just entertainment in general. That was just absolutely incredible. Could be a great little teaser trailer for a potential playoff matchup between these two teams, which if I was a betting man, I would say it's gonna happen. As we know, last time Humber hosted the Nationals as well. Humber and Sheridan were in that national championship, so do not sleep on that. Sheridan will surely want revenge after Humber splits the season series here. After Humber, of course, lost that early season matchup, and Humber takes the advantage here in the standings as well. We'll have a top 2 spot in that OCAA West Division.
Yeah, and don't forget, with this win, Humber basketball is going to host a 2020 OCAA crossover game. That's going to come on February 29th. The time and the opponents is still yet to be determined, but these Hawks are playoff bound, and they get to start that playoff push right here on home court.
And that will be February 29th, not this Saturday, the Saturday after. Once again, both the men's and the women's opponents TBD, to be determined. But the guys might be feeling pretty good about themselves now, and we'll throw it over to Caitlin Jones, who's on the sideline with Jalen Morgan.
Caitlin, right now, after this giant game against Sheridan, how does it feel playing in front of that giant crowd tonight?
I mean, the crowd was great. We felt the energy throughout the whole game. We did a great job of promoting it, and we felt the love today for sure. The fans came out and supported big time, big time.
Now you just have provincials left and then nationals. How are you going to prepare for that?
Then again, I sound like a broken record, but day by day, we got to prepare. We got to work hard every day, love each other, play for each other, and not get down on each other.
All right, stay focused, and congratulations on the game. Back to Andrew and Adam.
All right, that will just about do it for us here tonight at the Hawks, as Humber Hawks winning the game 101-93 against the Sheridan Bruins. For a great night here at the Hawks Nest. For myself, Adam Lucia, and the rest of us here at the Hawks Sports Network, thank you, and join us next time.